Well, a lot of brothers and sisters have been responding to videos of people from the Latino community reaching out and saying, hey, you know, FBAs, can y'all please come out and give us maybe some assistance? Because, hey, we should be sticking together. We should be fighting this because, hey, they don't like us. They don't like, you know, black people either. So it makes more sense for us to be on a black and brown coalition. But a lot of brothers and sisters have been asking one particular lady in particular about her content and constantly reaching out to black people. I want you to check out what the brothers and sisters said actually to her and her response to it. And actually a Latina that's going to, behind her, actually going to have the right response to her people. Let's go and check this out.
And since y'all want to make this a race issue, let's talk. I have a lot of people in the comments talking about, why are you just talking about African Americans? Why are you just asking for our support? Why are you not asking white people? Why are you not asking Asian people? Let me tell you something. If it's not clear by now, they have never been part of the fight. And that's not to come for you guys, but the majority is not the minority, right? Black and brown are the minority in this country. We have had a lot more issues than any other race in this country. So, you know, by default, you would kind of think like we would stand together, you know, having a history of so much oppression. And, you know, I'm not trying to discredit anybody else, but we have both been through a lot. This is not even a topic of conversation. Once y'all get over the fact that it's not a race thing, because there is only one race, and that is the human race. And if you guys want to continue to put us in separate teams, then we are never going to fix the problem. Truly. If there is no unity, nothing is getting fixed. I'm going to just leave that there.
So, I'm getting tired of seeing videos of my raza, my Latin community, my Hispanic community, calling out black people, our black brothers, for not doing what we think that they're supposed to be doing. This revolution is for us. This revolution is ours. It is our turn and our time to stand up for what is right. Leave those people alone. If their people want to call them out and ask them to stand in solidarity with us, then let that be so. But I need all my Hispanic and Latinos to leave them alone. If you are not black, do not call them out. They are not deserving of that. We need to focus on our own, please.
There are two different perspectives there. Now, the woman on the second video, you know, I rock with her all day long and what she has to say. Leave black people alone. You on your own, do your own thing. But to the first woman, you know, it's more people that agree with the first woman than the second woman, to be honest with you. But I've been seeing, you know, her in my feed constantly saying things about joining together. Well, here's the thing, young lady. The join together should have happened when you didn't need anything. See, it's kind of like somebody only know you when they need something. And then when they get what they want out of you, they cast you to the side. And black people for a long time have came to the rescue of the Hispanic community every time. Well, I've seen it here locally in Houston. I've seen it nationally with our prominent activists. Always saying black and brown. Hey, you know, we need to make sure, look out for black and brown. I know this. I know it. It's only as of recent time. And when I say recent, I mean after the November election. That recent is when black folks collectively finally said, you know what? Okay. Hey, we're going to worry about ourselves. See, I really had a good run for a very long time of black people coming to your rescue. What a lot of you are expecting from black people is a black Justice League. Let me show you a picture of this for a minute. Right here. This is what y'all think of black people. Is that when I get in trouble, I can just call the Black Justice League and they're going to come out and fight the U.S. government for me. They're going to fight employers. They're going to fight whoever, because they are the Justice League of America. Only black people. When in trouble, call us. The Asians. Oh yeah, look what they doing to us during the pandemic. When they was being attacked by the folks, they were calling the Black Justice League too. Everybody looked to us for everything. They don't look to the Asians. They don't look to nobody else. They look just to us. Why have we been anointed as the people to stand up to be the Black Justice League? Why us? Why? As that woman said, it's no race but the human race. Well, you human beings, get out there and fight. Why should we sit up here and go fight for you constantly? And then it's the thing. It'd be one thing if we fought for you and then you reciprocated and appreciated it. But no, we have fought for you. We have saved you so many times. And then you turn around with your Latin gangs that's literally turned into the Klan, firebombing black people out of their communities, trying to run them out there in L.A. If they go in a Hispanic neighborhood at night, you're trying to take their life. Chasing them down the street, doing God knows what to the women in our community. But we supposed to come out there and act like a shield in front of the U.S. government, the National Guard, ICE, LAPD, and the Marines. We supposed to come out there and stand and fight for you when you caused it. You caused this problem. ICE was just going over there, pick up the people they need to pick up, and they're going about their business. Y'all decided to go pick a fight with ICE, and it escalated. And then now, since it escalated, now you want black people to come out and no. How dare y'all sit up here and try to want us to get in the issue that you caused? You caused that. ICE didn't do to somebody like George Floyd. It wasn't that kind of situation. ICE pick up people every day. That's their job. They're separating families. And they separate a lot of black families too. They separated fathers from the household, mothers from the household, kids from the household. We know about them separating families. We went through mass incarceration and still dealing with mass incarceration. If anybody understands being separated from their family, it's black people. What in the hell make you any different? How come you're different? How come you being separated from your father is different than us being separated from our fathers? How come you being separated from your grandmama or whoever else is any different from us being separated from our grandmamas? Because let's call it what it is. If our father committed a crime, he got separated. Your father committed a crime by coming over here illegally, he gets separated from you. That's the way it works. And all they mostly doing is put him on flights and get him out of here. It's not like your father is going to be locked up for 30 years and you got to go and see him in opportune times. If your father's deported back to whatever country your father would get deported to, you can pack your bags up and go over there with your daddy. If you really loved your daddy, you'll go be with him. You wouldn't stay here. So don't give me that, oh, he has a family and his family can go right with him where he at too. He don't have to be in that country alone. What kind of crap is that? If something happened to my family, I'm going to be where my family at. It's just that simple. I don't want to hear all that separating people. American citizens every day is separated from their family. What makes you any different? What makes you special? See, the problem is, and I'm going to keep repeating this statement, and I'm going to drill this in your head. Freedom without sacrifice breeds entitlement. And a lot of you have experienced a lot of freedom that was from the sacrifice of my ancestors. And because you didn't have to sacrifice, you didn't have to get bit by dogs. You didn't have to get jailed. You didn't have to get killed. You wasn't put on trees by the Klan. You wasn't firebombed in your churches. Your women and girls weren't gang violated on the weekend just for fun. Y'all wasn't put through a Jim Crow. You understand? You didn't go through the March on Selma. You didn't go through any of that. You came over here after, if you look at the mass immigration of people into this country, it was after the 1965 immigration bill. You came in after the work was done, after Bull Connor wasn't messing with black people like that no more. You didn't get the fire hoses. You didn't get the dogs. You came in after all the work was done, and now you're entitled. And that's our problem as black Americans. You have become so entitled because you didn't sacrifice for nothing. You come over here talking about you want a better life, and you're talking about, well, I just work. Well, I wish that's all we had to do as black people. It's just work and have a better life. I wish that's all we had to do. That we have to deal with any of that crap that I just mentioned. There's a lot of brothers and sisters that died, and you're enjoying the fruits of that. And then you got the nerve to say, I shouldn't be separated from my family, when a lot of us were separated from our families a whole lot of times, still being separated from our families now. George Floyd was separated from his family. Breonna Taylor was separated from her family permanently. Alton Sterling, Eric Garner, so many people have been permanently separated from their family. Philando Castile. So many people in our community have been permanently separated. At least ICE isn't permanently separating you from your family. They deport them, and they can call you, say, hey, I'm over here, and you can get on a plane and go see your daddy, go see your mammy, and anybody else that get deported. You can go see them. ICE not out here taking y'all life. That's what I do know. So I want to hear all that mess about separating and y'all caused the problem. Y'all caused the problem. Y'all have now got it escalated where the Marines are coming out. The Marines. Y'all did that. So why should we get in the front of that? For you? No. And then the Marines they're sending is the most, from what I've been hearing, the most angriest group of Marines ever. They not the laid back ones. That's what I've been hearing. So now they're going to send those Marines at you because of what you caused. And you want to fight them because you're so entitled that you don't have to follow the laws of the United States of America. Once again, the freedom you enjoy, you didn't sacrifice for. You don't know, I work. You got a freedom to work. That's what it is. You have a freedom to do so. You didn't sacrifice. I crossed the board. I did. That's a choice. I don't want to hear all that. No. Black people, it's not our fight because you created the mess. You created it. We're not illegal immigrants. Why is it our fight? Then y'all keep saying, they're going to come after you next. Is that your mindset? You want them to? But let me tell you something. We always prime target number one. When have we not been? No, the fact is, y'all are starting to get what we experience. And a lot of you groups don't like that. You think that we supposed to suffer pain. We supposed to get beat. We supposed to get shot with rubber bullets. It's supposed to be all us. And now when black people say, we good, now they doing it to you. And you don't like it. That's why you want us, as the Justice League, the Black Justice League, to come out and fight for you. And we're not doing it. We chilling. That's really what it is. So as that other Latina said, that's y'all fight. Y'all want to call it a revolution. I don't know how that's a revolution, because usually revolutions are built off of righteousness and was just right standing. And your fight is not there's not nothing righteous about it, because you're breaking the law. You're breaking the law. How is that? How you gonna have a revolution? You want a revolution here but they want a revolution in your homeland? Okay. All right, I got it. But no, black people, we done enough. And we have been disrespected, ostracized, beaten, killed, treated horribly by a lot of people, especially in LA, our people, by Latinos over there. I'm not saying every last one of them has did that. No, that would never be true. But too many of them have done it. Their gangs and anybody else have done it. No, y'all, black people in LA will be a fool and a half to get out there. No, let them deal with the people. They want to fight the U.S. government and the Marines, let them. We just sit back and watch it on TV. We have our popcorn and just hey, we going to commentate to it. No different than somebody commentate with the NFL. We going to talk. All y'all black people keep talking about it. It's my country. I talk about it all I want. That's why. And it's my job to talk, right? I have one of the best jobs in the world. Love my job. But I'll talk about y'all every night. You think if I didn't talk about Kamala Harris and the Democrats every night at one point in time, you think I want to talk about y'all every night? Please. I'll talk about y'all there's no reason to talk about you no more. Because what you're doing is silly. It's silly. You're fighting a fight, really, you're not going to win. Because the American people is not on your side. See, with George Floyd, the American people and the world was on our side. That's a difference. And what happened to George Floyd was evil. It was pretty evil what happened to George Floyd. The whole world saw that. That's why they was on our side. You're fighting to break out immigration law when every country in the world has immigration law. That's what you're fighting for. That's what your quote unquote revolution is about. Breaking our laws. That's not a worthy cause. It's not worthy cause. Sorry, it's not. Then you want to insult Americans. You're not saying you in particular, ma'am, in the video, but you want to insult Americans, say we lazy, we won't do this, we won't do that. I've seen videos say, look who build your houses. Look, you think that if all you leave tomorrow that homes can't get built in America? Do you think hotels will shut down tomorrow? You really think everything will shut down if you're not here? I promise you America will be just fine. Because America was fine before all of you got here. Be honest with you. America was just fine before you got here. And it'd be just fine if you go. I promise you. This country is not going to shut down because you're not here. But no, it's not our responsibility. And the brothers and sisters are right to tell her that. Don't be trying to pull that human race stuff. No. Yeah, like that sister, like that other Latina said, that's y'all favorite term, Rasa. Okay, well, Rasa needs to get together and deal and fight the U.S. government. That's what you want to do. Go ahead. And I don't think that term, Rasa, I don't like that term because every time I hear that term from them, especially in Southern California, there's always something attached to it, racist. Yeah, I know someone's like, that's not racist. It just means race. It just means no, because you're talking about better in the race and all this other stuff. There's something attached to that. That's why I don't like when people use that term Rasa, I look at them sideways. I just really do. Sorry, I do. But black people, stay home. Stay home. Mind your business. It's not our fight. Trust me, you want to fight something? We got plenty of things to fight for all over America in black America. We have a lot to fight for. Our children. We got a homeless population we need to fight for. We need to support our black businesses. We need to support our black health professionals. We need to make sure to take care of our veterans, the brothers and sisters who are doing right in law enforcement. Make sure we get the right politicians in place to do good for black Americans. We need to create schools for our children. These public schools can literally kidnap your children. Tell you your child's not released to you until they say your child is released. We need so many things in black America we need to be focused on. The last thing we're going to focus on is a group of people who's completely entitled, so entitled that they have broken U.S. law and feel like they're entitled to break the law. We can't break it, though, but they can? No. Stay home. Stay home.